We have Akhil with us, who is
Hi
studying
guys.
in masters in Paris in business. So let's have some chat with him. So Akhil, just tell me about yourself something.
Sure. I'm a master's student in Paris. I started my master's in management degree at ESSEC Business School in 2019, and right now I'm in my gap year. So I did my first year and in Paris, and then I went for my first internship was 6 months in Luxembourg, and now I came here yesterday to Munich and met Shivam. So yeah. So ESSEC Business School is the third best Masters in Management degree in the world by Financial Times ranking. So that was my only reason for going to France. Otherwise, I would have maybe come to Germany first.
But you are studying the third batch school of masters. Can you tell me something like how did you get it from India to this best school of business?
Sure. So. Business school applications are long. They ask for a lot of things. So you need to have an overall profile and not just academics. So for ESSEC, if you just have academics, that's not enough. So the first thing that you need to do as an international student is get done with your GMAT exam. So GMAT is so it depends upon your qualifications. So if you, for example, an Indian engineer, so there'll be a lot of Indian engineers applying for the same degree. So it'll be very competitive because they want diversity. So business schools want people from 100 nationalities applying to them, and all that matters in their ranking. So that's very important for them. So if you're an Indian engineer, maybe you'll need a score over 680, 690 or 700 plus would be safe bet for you. And if you're, for example, from some country, for example, Nepal, Bhutan, from where there are not many students, so or you're from other countries, European countries, so maybe you can work on with 650 or maybe even 630. So that's just for GMAT. Other than that, your bachelor's degree matters a lot. So if you've done it from a good school, then you definitely have an advantage there. And then extracurricular, if you've been in sports, if you've been in student associations in your bachelor's, so all that matters a lot. And after that, the most important thing is your essays and your cover letter and the recommendation letters if you can get them. So they matter a lot. So you have to spend time on your essays. You have to think about yourself. You have to reflect on your life, and then you have to write about it. And you can't just copy paste those essays from anywhere because they're going to find it out, and then you're definitely rejected. So yeah, you have to spend good time on that. So
basically, you want to say that you don't need to be a nerd. You need to be good in everything.
Yeah. So you can get in with lower GPA, for example, in your bachelor's. So that's not an issue.
Okay.
What they look for is an overall profile, someone who can basically manage teams and have a good personality. So that's what they look for more.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But you are in France, right? So do you face any kind of language barrier or something? Of course.
So in France, it's very difficult to survive without French. So I would say that if you're coming to France, definitely at least learn A1 or A2 level so that you can at least survive through supermarket, through if you want to ask directions. So after that it's okay. So at my school, for example, at ESSEC Business School, you don't need French at all. It's all English. But for example, in the subway or on the roads, not many people know English in France. So definitely learn the language, and it'll take you it'll make your profile very advantageous because, for example, I would say just a rough number, so 60-70% of jobs or 80% of jobs in France require some level in French. And there are a lot of jobs in which you have to work in French. So if you learn the language, you open a lot more doors for you. For example, at my school there are around 200 courses that you can choose from. So there will be like around 70% of those courses are offered in French language. So if you know the language, you can explore more courses. So yeah, language is very advantageous also.
So language, but like, what do you think about the job opportunities after these courses?
I think job opportunities are great, although COVID has messed up things a lot.
Yeah,
but yeah, job opportunities otherwise are great because it's called a grande école. So grande école means grand school in English, and it is separate from the universities and all. So it's a kind of elite school of France, and most of the French bureaucracy and all, they all come from these schools. So the alumni of so there are three Parisian schools: HEC Paris, ESSEC Business School, and ESCP Europe. So these three are the top three Parisian business schools, and they have great alumni. So this is how it works in the job market. So if you have some alumni of your school working in some company and you contact them over, for example, LinkedIn. So if you're from the same school, then that guy will definitely reply to you. So that helps a lot. So
it's like have a good alumni connector and you get job easily. Like there is like a lot of job opportunities, and if you do like something masters from Paris, then it's easy to get a job.
Yeah. So doing masters from Paris will make you very likely to get a job in France. But also not just France, the neighboring countries like Germany.
All over Europe.
Yeah,
or
so
something.
yeah, for example, I was in my masters there in Paris, but I got my first internship in Luxembourg and second one in Munich in Germany, which is very far away from Paris.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a European degree.
Okay, that's cool. But like, do you feel like a lot of people say like there are a lot of racism going on around all over Europe or something? Have you ever faced some kind of racism in Paris?
I wouldn't say that I have, because definitely, yeah. I don't think that I have personally faced something like that, but sometimes you can feel it a little bit. But I would say that there's no racism against at least us where I live, or
like it might not be the racism. It might be just a language barrier that you can't talk, and you just feel like, oh my god. Because it's like something like if we like 5 people standing together, sometimes we speak in Hindi or like our own language, and if like 6 person doesn't know that language, he feel like he's out of the group.
Exactly, that's the thing.
So it's not racism. I think so. It's like something like a language barrier, I would say. So it's like it's better to learn French to go to France before.
Exactly. It's a language barrier, definitely. So if it's a language barrier, then obviously, like you said, so 5 people are talking in Hindi or French.
Yeah.
So in Paris, 5 people are talking in French, and they try to indulge you with them, but you can't talk to them and you can't indulge in the conversation. Then it makes this situation difficult for both of you, like those 5 people and you. So it makes them uncomfortable, makes you uncomfortable. Then maybe they get pissed off that, man, why don't you speak French? So that's the thing. But I wouldn't say that that's racism. That's not racism.
That's not racism. I will say. Now some like funny things, like what are the things that you miss in France that you like to have from India?
From India, wow, a lot of things. Like number one is food.
Yeah, food is like everyone that comes to like out of the India, like things like just the food is the thing that misses a lot.
Yeah, so food, the culture is different. If you like it, you like it. But yeah, definitely if you like it or not, you do miss your Indian culture. The language is a huge thing. Food, so around 80% of French cuisine is beef, which I don't eat. I eat all other kind of meat, but yeah, that makes me like I haven't even tried most of the French food. So that's something that I miss. And then family, friends.
But like a vegetarian can live there, because I'm a vegetarian. If I want to live in France, can I live there?
Yeah, a lot of my friends are vegetarians, like my Indian friends, and I know some Europeans who are vegan. So you can definitely live there. But the thing is that, for example, if you go to McDonald's, so there'll be just one thing, like one burger or one wrap, just that in veg, and then everything else will be non-veg. So you don't have any options to choose from. So even if you go to a restaurant or a cafe, so like the French ones, not the Indian ones. The Indian ones too, they're really shitty as compared to what Indian food is.
Yeah.
But if you go to anywhere, Burger King or anywhere, Subway, they'll have one vegetarian dish.
But like you can survive with it.
Yeah.
Like you don't have any options, but you can survive with it.
Yeah, but mainly if you're vegetarian and you're very strict about it, then you'll have to cook yourself a lot. So you'll get all your ingredients. That's for sure. That won't be a problem. But you'll have to cook yourself.
So it's like you have to be the good cook if you come out from the India. Like everyone is saying that. So start practicing cooking, I would say. Now the fun part is like, what do you think about like dating culture in France? Like, do French girls like Indians?
It depends. So they are I would say 50% of French girls who are very open to Indians, and they want to date Indians. They want to
Really,
but the thing
50%.
yeah.
Like so, guys like come to French. I think so. Like you would no more be single.
But definitely learn French. So what happens with me sometimes is that for example, I approach a girl, I try to talk to her in English because I know I can't impress her in French. I'm not that good at it.
Yeah.
Right? So the girl will talk to me in English, but then maybe she's not fluent in it, so she becomes uncomfortable with it, right?
Yeah.
So she asked me to switch to French. I switched to French. We talked for 5-10 minutes, and then I'm not able to take the conversation ahead. So that language barrier, it's a huge thing in dating. So if you don't have that language barrier, then you definitely get a lot of French girls.
It's like Indians with the French language has a large opportunity to get mingled. So
Of course.
mechanical engineers or engineers especially come to France if you don't want to be single.
I'm a mechanical engineer too, by the way.
He's a mechanical engineer too. So thanks Akhil. This is Akhil. Who'll bring
Thank you guys
masters on
for
the
having
Mars.
me. Thank you, Shivam.
Do like and share and subscribe the YouTube channel if you like it.
Sure.
Let me know if you have some question in the comment section. I will ask him and just reply it as soon as possible.